Howdy, you delicious people. I'm here today to do my Marvel collection. Because I have gone on and quite a bit of time done some DC stuff, so I thought I would finally change it up and do some Marvel things. I at first was to go on and just kind of to be tempted to just go through my Spider-Man stuff at first, and eventually I will go on and I will do that. So for those of you Marvel L fans, I eventually will go on and cover the wall crawler. This one is to kind of be very much a long box that I probably will have to break it down into two separate videos. But this one is to have a little bit more variety of Marvel characters than just one character, with the exclusion of just having a lot of issues of probably Hulk or something along those lines. But let's get into this because I don't want to do much of preamble. I just want to let everybody know what's going on. There also is a video of which that I did that was to be of more like random comic books, and eventually there were some Marvel titles within that video as well. So if you are a Marvel fan and you just stumbled upon this video and this video alone, you can also check out that other video, which is to be more random books, and eventually you'll come to find some Marvel titles in there as well as also some DC and other kind of things. But anyways, let's get into this. So first up, we have this Avengers number 40 Submariner issue. It looks like we have Hercules on here, and it looks very much early Avengers, of course. I probably should not have had this in this box. I do actually have an Avengers box, and I didn't realize that. I just kind of chucked this into one of these boxes. So yeah, so this comic is not in its proper place, but regardless, I just went on and just decided to just show that off because it was on the very top of the box. So this is to be Gambit number 1. I also have the X-Men issue where Gambit was to be the first appearance of Gambit, I believe. I do have that one also, because I am a fan of Gambit, and of course, why wouldn't I be? Just because of how that character seems to, on a team, usually pretty well stand out. Oh, and I guess we have... Man, I have more than one of these. I don't know what it is. Like, I think whenever I've shopped, I always get like duplicates. This is not just me just buying more than one issue. I think whenever they send me this stuff, like, cause I buy it at a certain price, they end up giving me 2 all the time. So I end up getting duplicates of everything all the time. It's not just me just rebuying something just because it's a number 1, or me forgetting that I bought it and then rebuying it again. It just happens a lot. Gambit number 2. Pretty cool, interesting. And we always get these issues where a character is like holding someone in their arms as they die, or it's always something like that. There's always to be a way of framing a comic book that way for some reason. Oh, I was like, please don't tell me I have a third Gambit number 1. No, I just grabbed that by mistake. This is to be Gambit number 3. So it seems that we had gotten this series, pretty much. Not all of these will be bagged and bordered. Some won't even be... Because I had checked in other boxes, and I'd come to find out that some of the comic books over time ended up getting a little ruffled and little messed up in their boxes, because I don't know, I just put them in the box and away they go, and just over time of just sitting in the box, maybe at some point just got really ruffled and really sadly just damaged over time. So eventually, when we make our way through these other boxes, I'll find out, ooh, yeah, this comic book isn't in the best condition. number 4. And then we have another Gambit, number 3, from a completely different series. So again, I collect quite a bit of Gambit, and it's not all one series. It's not all one cohesive thing. And hilariously enough, God, this issue, I have 2 of them. Man. Maybe it was just really cheap when I was to find these, so I just, here's another number 4. Like, man, like, I really just can't stop buying this collection, or just having multiples of them. Maybe it was one of those where it's just like a 50-cent thing or a $1 thing. Like, I've done those before where I've just, like, I'll impulse buy more than one. Because I think one of them will just be like a reading thing, and then one of them will be just kind of like the collecting thing. I've done that. I've made that mistake, but I think it's one of those where I just buy it and I just get duplicates. Like, because I don't think I make that purpose mistake of just rebuying issues that often by mistake. This is Gambit number 5. It says, Into the Abyss. Kind of an interesting looking cover. This is Gambit number 8. This is cool looking. And there's 7 behind it. This is issue number 7. This is a cool issue number 7. It's like a graveyard, and yeah. Voodoo Economics. This is 1 of 3. It starts off at number 7. That's probably why I got it, because I liked the Gambit story when he was to go on and really have like the New Orleans kind of things, and he would have these kind of just interesting covers. Like, there's a lot of times where you'd see like a Gambit cover and you would see like him like having deck of cards in the covers. Like, I always loved those. Gambit number 1 of this issue. So yeah, so really liked me some Gambit, evidently. I know a lot of people go like, yeah, Gambit, yeah. Gambit, Sons of the Atom and Bishop Alpha. The X-Men will never be the same. Interesting cover here. A dead Cyclops. That's probably why I got it. I was like, why is Cyclops dead in this issue? Because that's what it looked like. Gambit, Sons of Atom, and Bishop, part 2 of 6. This is to be a interesting cover here. It's been a while since reading through any of these, so most of the story is just kind of a blur. Plus, also I watch so many movies and shows. Like, eventually everything just kind of becomes a blur. Gambit and the Exiles. This is issue number 1. Of course, putting a Gambit on a team. I also really liked the Gambit and the Externals. Yeah, put Gambit on a team that's not X-Men, and I'm interested. And it seems that Jubilee is also on the bottom here. Yeah, very much easily interested to find all the different facets of the Gambit character. Like, I know Nightwing was eventually put on, or Nightwing. Nightcrawler was eventually put on his own kind of team or kind of thing also, and I obviously wanted to get that as well, just because of how much I also liked Nightcrawler. Gambit and the Externals. This is issue number 2. This is to be after Xavier, the Age of Apocalypse. Excuse me. I had a sneeze there. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious how many of these issues that I actually got. It looks like we got number 3 here. Gambit and the Externals, issue number 3. Yeah. Number 4. All right, like it looks like some almost ascension the ranks within this certain issue. Looks like Gambit is facing off against his own team, it looks like, or that's what it looks like. And the cover. All right, we got something different. Generation Next. This is issue number 1. This is Enter Now, the Age of Apocalypse. I'm not quite sure how brightly this cover is going to come off. Decent enough, I guess. This cover looked really interesting because all of the characters, I'm like, even though I'm sure it's just like, this is a dumpster fire of a book, and why did he check this out? I think it was just because it was a number 1. I found it somewhere cheap, and so I was like, okay. Ooh, yeah, finally getting into a Ghost Rider. So this is the Ghost Rider issue number 1, and this is a Phantom Rider. If you guys do not know, before there was a Ghost Rider, there was also the Phantom Rider. And eventually he was played by Sam Elliott in the first Ghost Rider film. Love me some Ghost Rider. The books are so interesting. Probably ones that people probably slept on is like the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. So good. Visually, the story is just so enticing, but I think I really just stuck to like the early Ghost Rider stuff, like the Johnny Blaze, the Danny Ketch stuff. It is just sad that I didn't collect any of the Robbie Reyes stuff, but those stories are also pretty good. So we have a we have a Marvel Milestone. So this is kind of like a reprint of Ghost Rider number 5. So of course I'm not financially able to, of course, get these issues without getting like a reprint of them most of the time. So yeah, so this is like the cheapest reprint I could get of a early Ghost Rider, but ooh, this book looked really awesome, and I think was showcased in the behind the scenes of the very first movie. This is Ghost Rider versus Johnny Blaze. This is number 43. This was like, oh my god, I need to find this issue and I need to get it. Like, this cover is amazing. Rider versus Rider. Kind of a mirror match going on in the cover here. Was kind of cool to see that visual. But it's all kind of like in Johnny's mind. Here is Ghost Rider's Strangest Adventure Ever. This is issue number 50. So the Phantom Rider and the Ghost Rider are on the cover here. So immediately I'm like, yeah, I gotta get this. Like, I have to get it. No brainer. If you guys have gone on to see my Green Lantern collection, you'll go on to see that I always go on and I try to get like the original character who didn't, and like the later version of the character, and I like the team up things. I like those. I like those kinds of issues. The original Ghost Rider rides again. Part 1 of 7. This is issue number 1. So the original Ghost Rider rides again. Mephisto in the background there. Johnny Blaze. The type here says the terrible curse of Johnny Blaze. So I feel this may be like a retelling of the character or something along those lines. Probably an interesting way to get people probably interested if they have not heard of this character yet. The original Ghost Rider rides again. This is issue number 5. This is a really, if you were to have looked at that prior issue that I just showed you, yeah, we have Johnny fighting against Ghost Rider again. Almost in Hell. Pretty cool issue of cover. Hence why I just try to obtain those. As anytime I see those kind of issues, I'm nabbing them, regardless of the story. Like, if anything, like we can just say that I love more comic book covers than stories. Plus, also, I just like key issues, first appearance of things. So even if I don't get around to reading all this, eventually I know the importance of the stories and stuff like that. And I also eventually do go on and read a good chunk of these. But if anything, here is the start of the Spirit Reborn. This is the Danny Ketch first issue. Of course, we can tell that it's Danny Ketch based on the motorcycle, because the motorcycle goes on and is to eventually have certain modes to it and changes in it. And I was to be really very much fascinated by the Danny Ketch version also. This is Ghost Rider number 2 on the back of this. So yeah, so I definitely wanted to go on and get these really impactful Ghost Rider stories. So this is the Marvel Knights Ghost Rider. This is 1 through 6. This is the first one of 6, but eventually I will showcase all 6 of these because I think I did get the whole series. I read this thing and then I read it again. This comic book has such amazing visuals. I'm not quite sure exactly what year this is that this came out, but this Marvel Knights Ghost Rider book was amazing. I absolutely love this thing. And then this is issue 2. Just the painting of this comic, like, really just felt like revolutionary. Just felt like, wow, this is something really, really different. Instead of being the normal approach of comic books, like this seemed something very much different. This is number 3. A little bit of glare on there. I'm trying to figure out the best way to kind of frame these. 4 is on the bottom here. So these are this is Marvel Knights Ghost Rider. Yeah, like this issue, if you've never read or this specific series of 7, if you've never read Ghost Rider before in your life, like I would say to probably start there. But then again also with Ghost Rider, like you can kind of start anywhere, and it's a really interesting enough character that, like, as long as you start at probably an issue 1, probably to get the origin of the character. This is to be 5 of 6. Man, these covers are getting really dark though. I'm not quite sure if everybody's gonna catch all the visuals and what have you, but we'll just try our best. Man, yeah, these get really dark. This is 6 of 6. So I got the whole series, read it all. Oh my god, this is just the uh having Ghost Rider kind of go through hell and kind of make his way back kind of also reminded me of like the Demon Etrigan when they had like Demon Knights, where eventually Etrigan has to kind of make his way through the certain levels of hell. And so I like those kinds of stories. They're always kind of interesting to see supernatural characters do stuff like that. Ghost Rider number 6, it seems that we have a team up with both Ghost Rider and Punisher. I think I had gotten this one because it was kind of just visually interesting, beyond just the team up. Ghost Rider number 7. I wanted to get this because of the character Scarecrow. I had also got on to eventually play the Ghost Rider video game, and at some point there is this Scarecrow villain in that video game from memory, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? Like, this is a cool looking character. And then I tried to go on it and find, like, if there was an actual Scarecrow in the actual books. I'm like, okay, yeah, there is this character and he looks really cool. So for those of you that are going on and thinking that there's only one Scarecrow in comic books and it's to be the Batman thing, you'd be wrong. But if anything, yeah, this character is like so creepy and so interesting to see this story play out in comic books. So really, if I can find a number of books that I can just speak highly of, I would. If I remember them well, or remember them better. Ghost Rider issue number 15. Oh, for people who are to go on and just want to pick up the more recent Ghost Rider, you know, the one where he is teamed up with Wolverine, and like that story, like I don't have it here because I just don't. But that story is also really good. It's to have some bits of things that are kind of confusing of what the heck is going on, because all of a sudden at one point there's to be just a huge biker race with all the Marvel characters in the Marvel universe. Like, what the heck is going on here? But if anything, it's just kind of an interesting bit of story that I did really thoroughly enjoy. But like, I wouldn't say that would be a jumping off point. I really wouldn't. I would just say that that is also just a really interesting Ghost Rider book, where they were trying to like kill off the character consistently. They're mentioning about how rare a number of books that they were going to do of Ghost Rider, and I was to look into everything of what was going on in the newer Ghost Rider things, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So Ghost Rider Fear Itself, number 1. Immediately when you say Fear Itself and Ghost Rider, I'm like, I'm intrigued. Plus also the uniqueness of the way that this Ghost Rider is to go and look, because there are kind of different variations of Ghost Rider, and there are kind of alternate Spirit of Vengeance characters that end up getting put into books. There's Ghost Rider variations that are also there's like a brief female version of Ghost Rider. There's other kind of brief people who become the Spirit of Vengeance or Ghost Rider, and it becomes very very interesting to see. Like, I specifically would go on and try to find like origins or first appearances of certain characters just to check them out. This is Ghost Rider number This is number 82, I believe. This does have Howard the Duck on it, and it also has the Devil Dinosaur on it. So that's why I got it. I got it for the Devil Dinosaur. I had to. I felt that I'm like, okay, I need to know more about this Devil Dinosaur character and a Ghost Rider thing that has Howard the Duck in it. I'm like, give me more Goofy. Give me more of a Goofy comic book. And I will be won over by it, of course. This is Ghost Rider 2099, number 1. I know a lot of people are thinking, like, well, the only one that you should really care about is the Spider-Man 2099. And yeah, that's cool and that's great and all. I also really did like Ghost Rider 2099. I thought it was a really interesting story. And eventually you have a Ghost Rider at some point that's in the future that has like a chainsaw as an arm on on one of its arms. And I thought that was a really cool Ghost Rider. And then I saw this one also. Or I saw this one. So, anyways, there's also like Cosmic Ghost Rider, which I don't think I have a single issue of. But I wish I did, because the Frank Castle Cosmic Ghost Rider, that visually is. I have a shirt of Cosmic Ghost Rider. I have a shirt of him at least. But I don't think I have an issue of him. But I really visually love that character. But anyways, this is Ghost Riders. Issue number 1. I had found this somehow. I'm like, Ghost Riders? Okay. This looks very interesting. I think the guy with the horns here, I think is Hellstrom. Could be wrong about that. I did read this book, but it's been so long ago, just to try to figure out what this story was about. We have Ghost Riders, Heaven's Fire. So we have a story with multiple Ghost Riders going on here in this issue, in this cover. Surprisingly, I do have a bit of Guardians of the Galaxy. I shouldn't, but I do. Because I've stated this before when I found that other Guardians of the Galaxy book in that rando box. This is Guardians of the Galaxy. This is Witness the Fury of Firelord. Firelord. All-Out War in the Marvel Universe of the 31st Century. This is issue number 4. Firelord. Yeah, whatever. Just Firelord. I guess I probably kept this just because it was a first appearance of a character, so I was like, I guess I'll keep this. This is Guardians of the Galaxy. It just says Marvel must-have. It's Legacy collecting Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. Yeah, I collected it so much that I didn't even put a thing over it. This is a wraparound. That's what I was trying to think of here. I'm like, what is it called when they have the whole thing is one big image? Okay, so maybe I did collect some Guardians of the Galaxy because there was a big event going on in Guardians of the Galaxy, and there was some tying in with Nova, so that's probably why I have some of these books. Because this is Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. Or also, there was Asgardian of the Galaxy, which I also collected a starting of that, because like I was just kind of interested to see what that story was. So yeah, very much suckered into some of these books. Oh, free comic book day. This is Guardians of the Galaxy. It doesn't have an issue number on it, but it does have Agent Venom on it, so that's probably why I picked it up. It also has Captain Marvel on it. So that's obviously why I picked it up. It's the only reason why I picked this one up. Alright. Getting into a different character now. We have Hawkeye #1. This is to be a 50th year Spider-Man variant of Hawkeye #1. So we have Spider-Man surrounded by a bunch of different variations of Dr. Octopus. So yeah, I was definitely picking this up because I was like, heck yeah. Hawkeye seemed to be really popping off. He's really popular with his solo series. And I'm like, okay, I'll get the variant of this. I just won't, like, I won't just get the #1 issue. Here is Heroes for Hire #1, first action-packed issue. Regardless of how you feel about Heroes for Hire, I actually like these characters. I like Iron Man, or Iron Man, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, and all these kind of unique characters that you kind of only have, like, I like champions. I like the goofy teams that don't make sense, but bizarrely they're just there. This one has the Hulk in it, I believe Hercules also, so that kind of fascinated me. Yeah, like, Heroes for Hire does actually have some interesting issues, I feel. Alright, we're getting the King Size Special Incredible Hulk. This is to be of a #2. Enter the Chameleon, featuring the ever sinister leader and the humanoid horde. I'm kind of worried about this one because this one's a little old. I'm worried about how I'm grabbing it. I don't have it bordered. That was a mistake. I was kind of worried about taking it out of the bag at all. So I was just kind of like, I'm just going to keep this here and hope for the best. This looked just so cool. Ooh, wow. Ooh, gee golly. And I was so happy finding that issue. All right. More than likely, this is probably another reprint, because this is right around when the Hulk movie came out, so they reprinted these. This is to be the Incredible Hulk #1. From when the right around when the Hulk movie came out, they reprinted these, and so I got it, obviously. So this is a reprint. It's not the original, sadly enough. Oh, also there's a Red Hulk #6 in the back of this for some reason. A Rolk. I don't know why, but there is. Yeah, if you guys don't know who Rolk is, yeah, you guys probably didn't see Captain America. The newer one with Harrison Ford. For some reason, I have another one of these. Again, probably another duplicate thing where they gave me two. But that's great, because more likely what probably happened with this one was I was probably to go on and actually just want to get the Hulk #6, the Rolk 6, and I got that also. So that's probably why I bought it. This is to be the Incredible Hulk #168. This is to be saying on the lettering here, the hurt Hulk with rays. You let Hulk go or else. Brainless brute, if I drop you, you're finished. Either way, you don't stand a chance against the Harpy. So this is the Harpy issue of the Incredible Hulk, #168. I love me some just interesting, unique characters. There are some characters like the Lifeguard, or there's some characters that are to be like harpies and stuff like that really just have these very like unbeatable, unique skill sets, which I find to be just rather interesting. So I would always like to just kind of collect some rando characters. Like eventually, if you kind of watch these long enough, I'll go on and I'll eventually have stuff like the Ray and and all these kind of unique characters that eventually no one will give a about. But if anything, the Incredible Hulk number 172. This is a Hulk and Juggernaut cover. Man, this looks cool. So cool. Just freaking Hulk and Juggernaut just bashing through a wall. How could you not just be like, oh my god. Yeah, just eye candy. Eye candy. The Incredible Hulk number 173. I think this may go. Oh, this is Cobalt Man. I thought this was Radioactive Man. Yeah. Either way, I loved Radioactive Man. I thought he was such an interesting character in comic books. So, like, I wanted to find anything that either looked like Radioactive Man or was Radioactive Man. And so that's when I would just thumb through and find issues like this and collect it. Yeah. I'm sure there's gonna just be a load of Hulk in here. There probably is. Oh, so this is a reprint, because of course I wouldn't be able to actually afford the actual issue of this. This is a Marvel Milestone edition of the Incredible Hulk number 181. This is to be the first ever fight out between Wolverine and Hulk. This is to be the first ever appearance of Wolverine. And also, if you guys have gone on to see Hulk versus, you'll go on and see like a battle that looks quite similar to this via that movie that I really enjoyed. I don't think this issue has like Deadpool and all like I'm very concerned about taking this out and actually reading it. There's several books where I'm just like, I know I'll probably like this story, but I'm very concerned about like me taking it out just because I want to keep it as mint as possible. Like I would go on and I would heavily try to read through a number of Deadpool books, and I would come to find that I would start to like smudge the pages, and I'm like, so I would try to just, even though I know this is a reprint and it's not gonna be as valuable, it's still just like I'm kind of concerned about me thumbing through this stuff and eventually ruining some of the stories. But all right. Ooh, this is as I gotta say ooh and on for everything I find, as if I don't remember any of this, because I really mostly don't. Because my life becomes a blur. The Incredible Hulk number 197. This is the Incredible Hulk versus Man-Thing. Strike my slave at the command of the Collector. Need we say more? So, heck yeah, was I not gonna go on. Like, Man-Thing is an awesome character. Regardless of how you didn't care for his solo movie, and also him being in Werewolf by Night, was like, okay, it was a cool character that they had in there briefly. Every once in a while, there is like a Man-Thing that is to be in like some animated stuff. But yeah, most of the time, this is a very rarely used character, and I honestly wish he was kind of used a little bit more. For how interesting he honestly is. Because if they're going on and if they're doing like a Swamp Thing project right now, like why aren't they doing more of Man-Thing? I wouldn't say give him a solo movie. That's not gonna ever happen again, but the Incredible Hulk number 204. This is to be there's no escape, brute, from the centuries scanning power of Kronos, master of time. Immediately what won me over was the hourglass chest there, so I'm like, okay, who is this Kronos guy? Who is this this guy who's to be the master of time? Fascinating. That's why I was so won over by Kang, because you give me a time travel story and I'm easily won over by that. The Incredible Hulk number 210. It seems that we have the Masters of the Unknown here. Uh, just a lot of bubbles here, a lot of words going on in this one. I'm not quite sure if this is a. Did I get a sticky here? Yeah, I got a sticky. This is to be the Incredible Hulk 276. This is to be the Return of the UFOs. I'd gone and heard about the UFOs through a Hulk video game, and also when I was to kind of look for interesting Hulk characters, I looked no further than the UFOs. Um, they were like a really interesting team, kind of like the Wrecking Crew, in my opinion. To be just kind of really very much interesting to kind of bring to certain books. Plus, I also liked the Circus of Crime when it came down to Incredible Hulk. Also, I might have a Circus of Crime maybe book in here somewhere. I don't know. That might have gotten a little pricey. I have no idea. It's been such a long time since thumbing through all of these. The Incredible Hulk number 297. We can probably say that there's probably going to be a lot of Hulk in this one. There is. Because I really like Hulk. The Incredible Hulk number 325? This is Marvel's 20th anniversary. I'm assuming this is 325. This cover looks awesome. This cover, like, just wall to wall. So, like, plus also just the Hulk face looks cool, I feel, in my opinion. And I love me these kind of just covers that just have just a barrage of characters, even though it doesn't make sense, or even if the characters aren't really there. We have another probably reprint. The Incredible Hulk number 340. This is to be the homage cover, and Quinka Dinkley flipping around this. We'll also have the Spawn homage cover of this also. This is to be Spawn number 226 for those of you that are just wanting to collect homage covers. So, yeah, that's what I did when I found out about all these. I was like, yeah, I'm going to collect them all. Or collect a good chunk of them, whatever ones weren't the most expensive ones. The Incredible Hulk number 359. Here's a Wolverine. We have Ben Grimm in this one. Duking it out. Just all battling it out. Facing off. So I do technically have some quite interesting the Incredible Hulk number 373. We have the Gray Hulk here. This is at a point where they every once in a while they would bring back the Gray Hulk, and they would call him like Mr. Fix-It or some goofy thing like that. It has some weird goofy name for him or something, and like they made him very weird, and he wasn't quite like a normal like he was kind of almost like a comedic Hulk. It was very weird. Maybe he's not Mr. Fix-It, but he has a name kind of similar to that. I don't know. We have issue 176, or wait. We have the Incredible Hulk versus the Incredible Hulk number 376. And so we have green versus gray, and then we have Banner on the bottom here, I believe. I love me these kind of issues. When eventually we'll get into Hulk issues, Red Hulk, we'll come to find that I have quite a bit of these also. The Incredible Hulk number 377. Very unique background here, with the kind of the black and white Hulk. Which I will coincidentally have 2 issues of. Again, I don't know why. We have the Incredible Hulk number 378. Hulk versus Santa. I had gone on to legit check this out because I was kind of curious if it really was like Hulk versus Santa. And you eventually come to find out that like Santa is to be some bad guy, and that eventually there's a chase that ensues. The Incredible Hulk number 379. Really cool grimacing cover there. Just give me Hulk's face, and that's all I really give a shit about. Just give me a close-up of Hulk's face, and I'm good. The Incredible Hulk number 380. This has Doc Samson in it. Because it says featuring Doc Samson. Warning, the Hulk does not appear in this issue. Wow, what a great selling point. The Hulk doesn't appear in here. Also in the back of this, we have the Incredible Hulk number 381. That seems to have Hulk in the issue, right? All right. Oh, boy. A lot of Hulk here. The Incredible Hulk number 382. I'm a sucker for Hulk, I guess. Just have a lot of these. The Incredible Hulk number 384. Very interesting cover here. We have Hulk, and then we have this this kind of tree-made like character here. Here is kind of like a homage cover of the Incredible Hulk number 1. This is the Incredible Hulk number 393. Is he man or monster, or is he both? Special 30th anniversary, the strangest man of all time. I had to get this one. Also, weirdly enough, in the back of this, there's a number 340. Incredible Hulk. So I have another one of these. I can't stop getting these. I really just got this for this, and then I coincidentally I was like, I have another one of these, so I have 2. So man, I'm gonna have quite a bit of duplicates. Maybe I'll sell them at some point. I don't know. All right. The Incredible Hulk number 425. Really interesting metamorphosis going on there. The Incredible Hulk number 426. Banner chained. It's in freaking straitjacket. I believe I remember reading this, and it's a pretty interesting issue. All right, we have the Incredible Hulk number 435. This is a double-sided special. It looks like we have both Hulk and Rhino here For those of you that may not be Spider-Man fans, you may not know who Rhino is, but like I was just like, okay, what is Hulk and Rhino doing here? So I just grabbed that issue just for that. The Incredible Hulk number 18. This looks like we have like a almost like a Puppet Master story going on here, but it's really just General Ross holding the strings of the Hulk. Interesting bit of cover here, so I had to get it. I'm easily won over by these visuals. Just Psych Out. This is being the Incredible Hulk number 19, where there is really going through some morphing going on here. We have Gray Hulk, Green Hulk, and we have Bruce fighting in between. The Incredible Hulk number 23, if I've already kind of said how much I just find it interesting, the different shades of Hulk. This to be a gray one, and he's kind of holding some dogs. If anything, yeah, let me know in the comments below what is to be Gray Hulk's name, because I know he has a... God, I'm trying to figure out what it is. Like, it's not Mr. Fix-It, but it's like it's something like that. The Incredible Hulk number 627. This is to have Betty Ross, Red She-Hulk, versus Hulk here. Yeah, I remember getting this issue because I'm like, what is a... Like, why do they have a bald Hulk on this one? And also just the way that this, like, issue looked just so unique. This is Incredible Hulk number 38. And it had Doc Samson in the cover, so I was kind of interested to see what was going on here because it looked just so weird. It looks so weird to me. The Incredible Hulk number 59. I believe this is Absorbing Man. Hide in the Plain Sight Part 5. Absorbing Man versus the Hulk here. The Incredible Hulk number 69. Looks like Hulk is going through something here. Dead Like Me. Issue number 4, it says on the very bottom there. I remember when Spider-Man went through his, like, metamorphosis where he had, like, 4 arms and... The Incredible Hulk Nightmaric. This would be 1 of 6. Looked like a very classic variation of Hulk, so I'm like, I gotta get this. Like, I gotta see what this is about. Because it just looked like a really unique cover to me. And we go from 1 of 6 to then 5 of 6. So yeah, I don't know what happened there in between them. It must be the only... Maybe I was going to complete this collection at some point and it just never happened. This is be the Incredible Hulk variant edition number 1. I think this cover was really hard to find when I was trying to get the variant of this. I was like, man, like, I'm trying to find this specific cover, and it was very hard for some goofy reason. Like, I remember taking so much time trying to get this cover. The Incredible Hulk number 2. with the sharks. Some green sharks going on here. And for some reason, I have 2 of those. All right. All right, looks like we have a Demon in a Bottle homage situation going on here because we have the Incredible Hulk Variant Edition number 2, Monster in a Body. Yeah, I had to get this. I had to get it for the homage reason. So, I think this one was pretty pricey to find also. This is the Incredible Hulk number 7. This is another variant edition. Kind of when they were doing those like goofy baby Hulk things and goofy unique art things that they were trying to do. They were just like, okay, whatever. Like, why were they throwing this there? Don't know why, but they were just putting those out there. We have a 7.1, the Incredible Hulk. Interesting bit of cover there, unique in its approach. I bizarrely just like the fusing of the. Plus, also this very much reminds me of the Incredible Hulk number 1. So, like, I feel I have to continue to just find covers that are like the Incredible Hulk number 1. This is World War Hulk, the Incredible Hulk number 106. Where Hulk has the world literally in his hands. Hence, also it being called World War Hulk. World War Hulk After Smash. The Incredible Hulk. But it also says Herc. This is issue number 112, Against the World. So this is another homage cover, because I would come to find that Hulk would have this kind of image to be kind of done over and over again, and so that's why I collected this issue, because I would come to find that this kind of cover would be kind of duplicated and copied over and over again, so I had to collect it at some point. This is the Indestructible Hulk number 1. This is when they started to do all those kind of rebooting things with Marvel Now. Join the Revolution. Yeah, this is Marvel Now. This is number 1. So yeah, like at the time when they did the whole Marvel Now thing, I obviously collected the Deadpool stuff. I collected the Thor stuff at the beginning, and then I Indestructible Hulk number 2, and I also started to collect these. Like, I did find this story to be rather interesting, but eventually this one and the Hulk one kind of started to have me not care about it. Like, it just didn't go anywhere, and I just kept collecting the Deadpool books because I found them to be more intriguing. Indestructible Hulk number 3. This is number 4. Indestructible Hulk. This is actually pretty cool because it has like Hulk coming out of the water, so it's kind of like the God, what is it? The one movie where you have Sheen, and Sheen is like coming out of the water, and it's like a military movie. It's an army film. I want to say it's like Apocalypse Now. I think is that title. The Indestructible Hulk number 5. Indestructible Hulk number 6. This is the I thought that, like, I was like, okay, like, you kind of won me over by this cover, because, like, there's kind of some waning going on about continuing to collect this, but once I saw that Hulk was carrying the Thor's hammer, I'm like, ah, okay. Alright, let's see what this issue, what's going on with that. Indestructible Hulk number 7. Or no, yeah, number 7. And that's evidently when I started to lose interest. The Marvel Comics Group, Marvel Superheroes, featuring the Hulk. This is issue number 56, The Way It Began. This was a really cool, again, I like the morphing things going on with Banner and Hulk, so obviously I had to get this issue. This was again just like me just needing to just collect these kind of covers that were cool looking. Marvel Superheroes featuring the Incredible Hulk. This is number 105. You have the Rhino and Hulk in here. So again, I have to find books that have Rhino and Hulk in them at some point. This is The Rage of the Rhino. I had to find this, right? Two big behemoths smacking man meat. Yeah. Or in this case, gamma meat, I guess. Giant size Hulk. This is to be a 68-page book here. We have Inhumans attacked Hulk, and now Hulk will smash. An annual collection of green skins, greatest foes. So this is like a collection issue. Bit of just might as well just kind of collect everything. Complete the set. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I just mentioned the Hercules thing and the homage of it all. We have the king size appearance, and this is the battle of the Inhumans. This would be twice as many pages, twice as many thrills. This would be a king size Hulk number 1. That's why I had to collect also the Hercules one, was because of this. Because like, yeah, heck yeah, this looks like an awesome image. I'm just a homage fiend. I like the homages. I'm a sucker. Marvel's Adventures Hulk. This is to be, I think it says 5 at the top there, and I have no idea what this is. All I just see is Hulk and Doctor Strange. And I'm like, okay, interesting enough. Interesting enough cover to get me to want to look into this and check this out. Marvel Adventures, this is to be seemingly number 4. So it has Hulk grabbing a Hulk. Bit of words here, lifting it up. So easily got my interest. Hulk lifting things. All right, let's see what's going on. Hulk, let the battle begin. This is a Marvel one-shot. Hulk has like a Mount Rushmore of faces above him. Kind of interesting bit of book. There's a lot of blood here. All right. Okay, we have the Hulk Broken Worlds Book 2. Okay, so this is to be a cover that has just a barrage of different Hulks. They're all displayed here. All right. we have another King Size Hulk. King Size Hulk, this is issue number 1. And we have Rolk, we have Red Hulk, and we have She-Hulk here. So I was already interested in the Red Hulk, but then I found that She-Hulk was in this issue. I'm like, okay, all right. Easily to be interested in that. I do have some She-Hulk stuff. I do have a number 1 of She-Hulk, and I do have some She-Hulk stuff. But I know how a lot of people probably don't care about She-Hulk and whatever. This is Red Hulk or Rolk. This is Hulk number 1. When they just went to just doing Hulk. I love me some Rolk. Eventually, when they would do them in eventually the animated stuff, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a really good. This is gonna be a really good episode. Because eventually they had like in like Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, they had like Red Hulk and that, and I was like, cool, this is gonna be really. When I kind of was to have my interest waning, eventually I found out that Red Hulk was in Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, so I was like, okay, like I'll watch the whole thing because Rolk's in it. So it's Hulk number 3. I have a lot of these, so I'm probably gonna try to get through these very fast because I think I have a lot of these ones. This is to be issue number 5. Rogue versus Thor. Oh, this is a Hulk number 6. This is a variant edition. This is a double-sided one where you have the Green Hulk on one side and you have the Red Hulk on the other. The I think did I specifically maybe that one's not a wraparound, but I got both of the issues. This is Hulk number 6. So it's one of those where you have to kind of get both issues to get, yeah, so this is what I did. That wasn't a wraparound. This one is just a double-sided, so that's what I got. Yeah, from memory, I'm like, yeah, I remember getting that because, like, I would just come to find that I'm looking through all these issues, and then I'd find that that one, like, was prominent just because of its way about doing things. Hulk number 7. Looks like this book had, like, 2 different stories going on. This is to be Hulk, or no, wait, Hulk number 9, I believe. I got this because it had a load of girls on the cover. It had Red Hulk and a load of girls, so I'm like, okay, like, how could I not be enticed by a cover like this? Because it has too many characters. I read this story and it was actually pretty interesting. But I think I read a lot of this Rolk stuff just because I was like, okay, I really like the Red Hulk character. I didn't think a lot of these issues disappointed, but people could probably feel differently. This is to be Rolk. This is issue number 10. If you guys do not know, at some point, Bruce Banner Hulk was actually involved in the Defenders, and that is the reason why I got this, because it reminded me of the Defenders. The Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, Namor, Hulk, yeah. I think I also had gotten as early as I could of the Defenders of that book, so I probably will have some of that and involved in probably somewhere in here somewhere. Hulk number 11, again, more of stuff that look like the Defenders on here, so I had to get it. More Defenders. This is the variant edition of 12. This looks really cool. Looks really cool. The characters are just kind of spaced very evenly on the cover here. We have a Dark Reign, issue number 13. And again, another duplicate. I actually read this one because I was fascinated about what was going on, and the issue didn't disappoint. So yeah, so Dark Reign Hulk, still pretty good also. But I was of course won over by just simply that. So we have a Hulk variant edition. This is to be the one where Banner's thrown in the towel. Of course, this is to be another homage book because, of course, when Spider-Man was to quit, he threw the... And I tried as much as possible to get as many different books that were to have this kind of cover. So I tried getting all of those. So that is my weird collecting way of doing things. It's very weird. Hulk number 14. And it looks like I have the second printing variant also of 14. Also this here. Probably I got this just for this, and then coincidentally double. So I probably just got it just for this. That's probably all I gave a about because I'm like, ooh, Deadpool. I'm easily won over just by that. Just by a Deadpool cover, even if it's not actually Deadpool. I don't care. If it's something that looks cool, that has Deadpool on it, then that's what I get. Hulk number 15. Elektra and Rolk. And we also have a 16, which has Red Hulk, or Red She-Hulk with Betty. Hulk number 18 here. Don't have much to say about that one. That one's like, okay, whatever. Like, I just kept collecting all these. Oh, I have 17. Red She-Hulk and Rolk facing off, smacking heads. Here is Fall of Hulks. Hulk number 19. Ben Grimm facing off against Red Hulk here. And then we have this other one here. I have no idea what this one is. Is it like... This is Hulk number 19. So... Variant? Is it a variant? I question to you. Cause it says both Hulk 19, so it must be variant. I must have just got both copies. Yeah. Fall of Hulks number Hulk 20. Just a barrage of different characters all coming in. I believe more of the defenders facing off against Rolk here. Fall of Hulks. This is Hulk number 21. This is to be a character that I'm trying to think of the name of. I know most of the time I think he's in mostly X-Men books. I know he had his own show at some point that they did something with. And oh, MODOK? Is it MODOK? Eventually, yeah, they'd also done Ant-Man Quantumania. So man, this is a lot of Hulk. World War Hulks. This is Hulk number 22. This has Spider-Man. Spider-Man's in the cover, everybody. It's very dark, but yeah, it has a Spider-Man in the cover. Hence why I got it. Who is the Red Hulk? We have World War Hulk number 23. Who is he? Who is he? Why is he? Where is he? Yeah, I think I gotten so many of these Red Hulk books that I think I just stopped trying to get all the bags and the borders of them because there were just so many books. Hulk number 24, World War Hulk. Cool bit of a wraparound here. I do it. Bag and I didn't bore this one, but I guess that's better because you can see the wraparound. Hulk number 25. Iron Man versus Hulk. A bit of interesting battle here. Let's pull these all out. All right. All right, this is issue 25. Hulk versus Thor. Issue 27. Namor versus Hulk. Issue number 28. I know, like, this blue character here, the blue character in the bottom corner there, was eventually in the Hulk Smash cartoon, and I think he was voiced by Seth Green, but it kind of escapes me who that character actually is. Hulk number 29. This is another one of those green and red kind of thing. I love green and red. As far as just on a cover when you have two characters battling, I love that kind of just visual. It easily wins me over. Hulk number 30. Again, another one of these kinds of covers that are to win me over by the smacking of red and green together. This is Hulk 30.1. Alright, I think we're getting close to the point where I was going to get to a cutoff, so that's good. There's going to be so much Hulk in here, though. Just Hulk mostly in this video. That disappoints me, but oh well. Like, there's nothing I could do. I didn't plan on there being... I didn't know what all was in here, so I didn't perfectly plan this. But at least there is some smattering of Gambit, Ghost Rider, in the early parts of this, and then if people are really Hulk fans, maybe they've tuned into the rest of this video, but I'm sure a lot of people got probably a lot of the early stuff, and then just kind of after finding out that it's gonna be, oh, Hulk, yeah, he's gonna have a lot of those, probably left after that, but that's okay. Hulk number 32, we have a imprisoned character here. Very interesting visual character. Plus, I also just really loved Red Hulk. I really did. I was to try to find every single thing of him I could possibly find. regardless of it being good, bad, or whatever. I really loved the character. Enter the enter the villains. Hulk. This is to be issue number 33. Red Hulk is down, and he is to be outnumbered, it seems, in this issue. Here come the villains. This is to be Hulk number 35. It seems that Red Hulk is to have his hands wanting to destroy the world. It's right around the time that Green Lantern movie was coming out. Kind of timelines. So we had interestingly enough, we had a Marvel comic book that at the very bottom of it had a DC end to it. Hulk number 36, obsessed by Zazaz. Bunch of Z's and X's here. Zazaz. Very interesting cover here. All right. Okay, so this is Hulk number 47. I get it. We have a Red Hulk lifting something, or a red She-Hulk that is lifting something. So I gotta get it. For how many times that Hulk's love to lift things, I gotta get this one. Haunted Hulk, Hulk 50. Red Hulk faces off against a bunch of zombies. Zombies! I read this story and it's actually really interesting. I did like it. So, glowing recommendation. Because I was, of course, clickbaited into finding out why this is called Haunted Hulk. Finally! Frickin'. We're out of the Hulks, everybody. It only took us an hour and 22 minutes of this whole entire video, but we finally got out of the Hulks. Human Torch, this is number 7. So Human Torch did have his own solo book. So not maybe the best way to get out of the Hulk stuff, but if anything, we're in Human Torch territory now. Human Torch, number 7. I couldn't find a number 1, sadly enough. Human Torch number 8. So Human Torch had his own books, and I think finding Human Torch, his solo book, I think was a really, like, that was right around the time where I started collecting. So I just found that, and I was just so intrigued by, like, wait a minute, Human Torch had his own story. Plus also in like the golden age of comic books, Human Torch had his own stuff there, and Submariner or Namor or Submariner. Yeah, so really was just fascinated by collecting that story. And I think, except for like Ben Grimm, when you go on and you take the Fantastic Four and you separate them, like maybe Reed is also maybe an exception, but most of the time if you go on and you separate the Fantastic Four, the stories aren't really that interesting, so it falls victim to that. This is a free comic book day thing. This is Infinity. Of course, I was kind of just clickbaited by the title because, of course, this is probably around the time of Infinity War, where I was just trying to find anything that had Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, Infinity anything, and then this was coming out, so I was kind of clickbaited into it. The Infinity Crusade. This, I got this just because of its gold coloring. I thought that was so cool. Plus, also, give me a comic book that just has a bunch of on it Just a bunch of characters, and like, of course, I'm gonna get this. And this is number 1 of the Infinity Crusade. So I had to get it. It was cool. It looked really cool. Ah, we're starting out. We're finishing up strong, I guess. If anything, the Infinity Gauntlet number 1. I loved this story. I thought it was so fascinating. How this story plays out. Just how eventually like Thanos has like a wife in this, whereas in the movies like they just have Gamora and Nebula. Like that's kind of really interesting, but like in the comic books, like Thanos has a wife, and then also he has Death, which Death I think is a much more prominent character in the book than in the than anything else. This is an Infinity Gauntlet issue number 3. I got it because of all the cluster of characters, obviously. And I probably couldn't find issue number 2 anywhere. The Infinity War number 1. The Infinity War. At the Infinity Gauntlet, I gotta find all these different titles, all these different infinities. Oh, okay. Here is The Invaders. I believe issue number 34. This is to have a character here, the guy in the purple, if I can get my fingers on him. The guy in the purple here, let's show that a little bit better. The guy in the red and black stripes. I honestly got this issue because of him, but then also Union Jack was on here, so I'm like, okay, like I really wanted to seek this out because of that. I don't remember who this guy's character is. I don't remember his name, but I specifically was to try to find comic books that had him in it because I thought he was a really interesting character, and he was kind of barely used, and I was just kind of fascinated by him. So that was the reason why I got this book, in all honesty. Whoops. The Invaders number 38. This is like an interesting, like I like these kind of things where they have like the ball and they have like a kind of visual inside. Kind of interesting because I like the whole like fortune teller kind of aspect of, yeah, it's always kind of interesting. Eventually, when you guys will see my X-Men issues, you'll see that I like arcade and characters like that are just kind of really fascinating, really interesting. Oh man, maybe we're not gonna finish this up very strong. Yeah, we won't. Oh no, it's not true. We'll finish up strong. The Immortal Iron Fist. Yeah, that's why I said that we're not finishing up strong. This is a Marvel one-shot. Iron Fist has guns! Isn't that cool, y'all? Iron Fist has guns! Like, I think by the end of his show, like, I think they're trying to do something interesting with the character and eventually, like, both of his fists glowed, and they were trying to do different things with the character, but by then, no one really cared. I don't think there ever is going to be a point where they reboot this character as far as MCU or whatever. But they are doing the Punisher. I'm assuming it's only a matter of time before they do something with Luke Cage, because I think Luke Cage was actually a cool character. I really did like him. So I hope they do reboot at least Luke Cage. If they did a Heroes for Hire thing where they just brought back Iron Fist and Luke Cage and just did it together, I would be okay with that. I'd be won over by it. This is to be Tales of Suspense. This is, of course, another Marvel Milestone edition, another first appearance of Iron Man. Hence why I got it. But again, it's a reprint. So it probably means nothing. But I had to get it because like I wanted to have something in my collection of early Iron Man. Eventually, once I get into the second half of this box, we'll see a lot more of eventual Iron Man stuff and some goofy covers and some interesting things. But eventually, I'm gonna go on and kind of cut this off here because I was to definitely pace this out to like, okay, I have like this really thick hardcover book that is kind of very much in the middle of this thing here. So I definitely was going to have that be the cutting off point, and I'll show what that is. The Invincible Iron Man #1. This is the reprinting of a number of the early issues of Iron Man, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting this because I was to want to go on and get a lot of Iron Man stuff when that movie came out, of course. Like, so I was to try to collect a lot of the early Iron Man stories because I was really wanting to read through this and just get the origin of this character down and just be fascinated by him. And so I was definitely going on and collecting this story. So with that said, I'm going to collect my way out of here so that we can put this video out. Thank you for watching. And eventually I'll probably go on and finish the rest of this box at some point up. And eventually also starts to comb through the Spider-Man box and eventually do that also. So I apologize for how long-winded these videos are for probably some people. But also there might be some people that probably want these comic books done in a very certain way for me to open them up or for me to read them or whatever. And there's so many books here. There is so many books here. I think it would be a lot better off, like if people were to have seen any number of these videos and just like, oh yeah, I like that story, or ooh, you have so much of this, to take a certain specific interest in it, and maybe I'll go on and eventually after once I knock out all of this collection and I showcase every bit of all of my collection here, maybe I'll turn around after that, and for anybody who's to like certain issues or certain things, I may want to go on and reread these things and do reviews on them and do all that kind of stuff. It could be really fun to do that also as another video on top of what I'm already doing. So, and I was also kind of back and forthing whether or not I was going to either do some more comic book stuff today, or if I was just going to go on and do another movie or show review. But I don't know, it seems that like this is kind of easier to do. And honestly, it kind of does almost as well as some of these other reviews that I've gone on and done. So it's kind of the back and forth thing of like, well, hey, what should I really do for day to day, as well as also just kind of changing it up because I like, oh, I did a review 2 days before, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll change it up and just do a comic book thing, and if anything, I could do multiple videos of comic book stuff. So yeah, it's just in one day instead of doing like one review that might take a very long time. And so, yeah, so. It's all about just trying to just figure out what is the best course of action for every one of these kind of day-to-day things. So if anything, I'm going to get that out here to make this video a little bit shorter. So thank you for watching this because eventually I'm sure that people were to find the beginning of this video probably very fascinating. But then eventually find that there's way too much Hulk in this entire video. So with that said, goodbye everybody. Goodbye everybody. Hopefully I'll go on and siphon through these other kind of boxes that I have to eventually find what is to be more in them and find them more fascinating to show on here. Eventually have a Spider-Man book that I know has, or a Spider-Man box that has Spider-Man, Wolverine, and what ifs. And there's also some X-Men stuff here. There's a lot of just good stuff. I was happy to find Ghost Rider stuff because I was like, yeah, this is definitely one I want to go on and do a video on and talk about because I really like Ghost Rider. So hopefully at some point I'll go on and I'll find some Deadpool stuff. As far as Marvel is concerned, yeah, that's one um, character that I really want to go on and do a video on. But like I'm trying to cipher, I'm trying to find which box has the Deadpool stuff in it, so I can just showcase all that. Um, so with that said, I'm gonna get that out of here. Bye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.